The Tissot PRX has been one of the most popular releases in recent years and sparked the revival of watches with integrated bracelets. I own a PRX and love it. The integrated bracelet adds a cool, unique style to the watch. When it comes to integrated bracelets, the Tissot PRX has been the best affordable option, with the Citizen Tiosa being a close second, but all that has changed since getting this watch. Timex has always been known for making affordable, well-built watches with familiar designs and a low price tag, but never really got the respect from watch enthusiasts until the release of their Q Timex collection in 2019. This is when I started paying attention to Timex, and since that time, the brand has continuously impressed me. With the success of the Q Timex, they have expanded the collection into a wide range of colorways, case options, and complications. While the Q Timex collection has already offered its funky 70s-infused take on everything from divers to GMTs, the series has lacked one of the most popular complications, a chronograph. I'm a big fan of vintage-inspired racing chronographs, so I was naturally excited when Timex decided to blend their Q Timex line's distinctive silhouette with inspirations from the golden era of racing chronographs. This new chronograph offers a fun and stylish watch, all for under $200. Although I already own the PRX, the Q Timex Chrono offers more refinement and details that help separate it from the crowd. To accommodate the chronograph movement, the watch is 2 millimeters bigger than the three-handed counterpart, coming in at 40 millimeters wide. But the stainless steel case still feels vintage and compact on the wrist, largely because of the integrated bracelet design. The overall appearance is largely shared with the rest of the Q Timex collection, with a sharp, angular case profile, flat beveled and brushed lugs, and a narrow case side chamfer running from lug to lug. The case shape is simple, bold, and angular, reminiscent of the late 70s. The case finishing is also simple and familiar. Aside from some horizontal brushing on the ends of the lugs, the case is fully polished. The Q Timex chronograph sets itself apart from its predecessor in two ways. The first are the two classic piston-style chronograph pushers at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. The second is the functional and classically styled polished aluminum tachymeter bezel, which consists of a full scale. This captures the look of great racing vintage chronographs without directly imitating any one reference. This bezel design adds towards providing the Q Timex chronograph with a classic and refined new watch on the wrist. Timex stuck with the tall domed and highly distorting crystal design, but does swap over from the acrylic used on previous models to more durable mineral crystals. On the back, the watch has a solid case back and battery changing opening, as well as 50 meters of water resistance. The Q Timex Chrono's dial is the greatest visual departure from the rest of the series, not just through the new complication, but with a sharply different approach to the overall styling. The standard Q Timex is heavily influenced by diver designs with printed dive indices and Mercedes-style hands. On the other hand, the Q Timex Chrono instead takes its cue from great sports chronographs of the 60s and 70s. Timex continues the collection's familiar khaki Fotina loom application, but the loom plots surrounding the indices and on the handset make this much more of a subtle accent than it is on the standard three-hand models. There's also surprising refinement on the Q Timex Chrono's dial finishing. There's a fine metallic paint texture that further adds to the refinement and details. The dial has a very clean and well-balanced chronograph layout. The modern, crisp sans serif fonts look great and ties it all together. I also like how Timex used an oversized Q emblem for the 12 o'clock marker. Powering the watch is the Epson YM12A quartz chronograph movement. It is commonly found inside Timex's chronograph watches, offers solid performance, and has a central chronograph second hand rather than the 1 second jump commonly associated with quartz movements. This second hand moves with a smoother, mechanical style, 1/5 second interval that helps to visually connect the design to chronographs of the past. The Q Timex Chrono is available on either a leather strap or a multi-link bracelet, which is the option I chose. I will note the leather strap is quite nice and not what you'd expect. It is co-signed by an American tannery in Red Wing, Minnesota, and is soft, thick, and supple with a matte surface. The watch has a retail price of $199.